Hello, my name is Tony from Parawareness. The founders of this group met through the website reddit.com, where we were discussing targeted individuals, or TIs.
So when was the first time that you experienced signs and symptoms associated with being a targeted individual?
I had heard people speaking to me that I couldn't understand how they were just narrating everything I was doing.
If you're not familiar with the term TI, or targeted individual, it's basically a group of people who believe they are being targeted by some unknown entity. That entity can be the government, it could be a secret organization like the Illuminati, or it could even be your friends, families, and neighbors.
I can't tell you how many embarrassing moments I've had because they would mimic the voices of friends, to a T. And I'd find myself going up to coworkers and being like, listen, man, if you got something on your chest and you just want to talk about it, I'm open. And they look at me and like, Kev, what are you talking about?
Eddie recently put out a survey with a variety of questions, everything ranging from geographical locations to some of the various signs and symptoms that we experience. So all right, let's move along here. Who or what do you believe is the source of your targeting? 57 people replied. The top one is what my primary focus, doing videos and doing these talks with other people. That's my primary focus. People thinking that it's their neighbors, family, friends, enemies, or even someone that they know.
I don't know if you deal with the high-pitched ringing.
Yeah, I do. Even right now.
I do constantly, right? Like my ears just ring. And it's not I don't give a what anybody says. It's not friggin' tinnitus. Like there is a clear distinction between tinnitus and this high-pitched ringing that I hear.
At Parawareness, our goal is to help people overcome the trauma caused by paranormal experiences. There's an ontological shock that comes with paranormal experiences.
Dude, I read an article last night about Stephen Marlowe. I'll read a quick clip from this. Marlowe believed that he and his family were victims of mind control experiments. Our thoughts are not private, he said. It's cruel and it's wrong. He got it in his head that they were part of a sleeper cell terrorist organization that were getting ready to activate mass shooters. He went to his one neighbor's house, which was an elderly couple that had been married for 60 years. They were in their 70s and 80s, killed them. Then he went to the other neighbor's house, which was a mother and her daughter, a 15-year-old daughter, shot them both. Then he went on a social media post afterwards and said he did this for all targeted individuals. That's some real shit. Like that is some real shit right there. I wouldn't actually mind reaching out to this guy and writing to him to see where his head is at.
That's the problem. People get stuck in thinking it's their neighbors and there's people who are around them or their family or something like that, and it destroys because they react. Destroys their life, and I'm included in this. In the beginning, I had done stuff that would have destroyed my life had I not had the cards just been differently, because I assumed it was the people upstairs or my neighbors or my family or friends, and if people aren't able to find resources, they'll be stuck on that.
I try to make it the goal to, reach out to people like this and to stop other people from encouraging this sort of thinking, right? I'm telling you, I'll be straight up honest with you. It pisses me off. It pisses me off when I am on some other social media platform, whether it's on Reddit or even Discord or Facebook, and people encourage this kind of thinking. Somebody will write, "Oh, it's my neighbors. I know it's my neighbors," and another person's like, "You should confront them. You should," dude. No. That's why that step one is step one. We humbly admit ignorance. Do you have to do that? Even before you think about stopping drugs, before you think about even contemplating, admit that you don't friggin' know.
The stories of schizophrenics and targeted individuals are very similar, and many TIs are seen as paranoid and delusional.
They made it seem as if they were doing a stakeout on me, like they were watching me for a drug trafficking or something like this.
The high-pitched ringing got really high, and then, man, I got blasted in the face with some sort of, it felt like there was an energetic hand just smashing my head into the pillow, trying to suffocate me into the pillow.
It was this voice, obviously, to me, and it said, the government can see through your eyes.
The beginning was the worst, absolute worst for it. And there are still spikes of absolute painful misery or just agonizing pain that they'll do. It's like torturing.
We saw that the Reddit communities of schizophrenics had many similarities to the targeted individual. But on Reddit, we were also exposed to the stories of experiencers. Experiencer is a new term to describe people who have had contact with non-human intelligences. Here at Parawareness, we found that these groups, schizophrenics targeted individuals, experiencers, and many more had so many similarities that they deserved a place where they could all meet and have a sense of community.
Well, I'd be upstairs, and they'd tell me we're downstairs raping your daughter right now. And I could hear a girl screaming. I'd run downstairs and my daughter would be sleeping there, man. And then I'd sit there and I'd keep an eye on her for a little bit. And I'd go back upstairs and they pulled the same, you could hear a girl screaming and I'd run downstairs and she would be fine again. I mean, you go days. I mean, it was a hard time. I'll be honest with you.
I would experience full body control. And for a while, it was horrible because they would take control of my arm and choke me, like literally choke me. And I would cut off my air, and it would take control a couple of times. Took control of my body to the point where I was lying on my back, and it took control of my legs and put them up into the air. And started bicycle kicking them, and I didn't have any control over it. Right?
Wow.
So you talk about scary. You're right, like a fear response for sure, man.
For the most part, it's been like very intense itch spots, or like twitching, or like and it's always in like my genital area or like my head, and I would have a lot of tingling. Almost like chakra openings, like how they would describe chakra openings.
When they were getting tough with me all the time, I said, I'll fight all you with no shoes on. I don't give a I'm at work a week later. Here comes this big dude coming down the street, got his shoes in his hand, walking down the sidewalk. I can see him talking to himself, going, where the you at? Where the you at? They're trying to get us to bump heads like that. That's how I realized that these voices are communicating. He's hearing voices in his head, and I'm hearing voices in his head, and they're working together and trying to get us.
They're working together. See, and I hear this a lot.
Our goal here is to help people, plain and simple. That's all we're after. There are 3 main ways that we'll do that. Now, before we get into that, please know that we are not medical professionals and nothing we say should be used as medical advice. So with that in mind, here are the 3 ways that Parawareness hopes to help people. Number 1, our new Parawareness chat. We believe it's helpful for all experiencers to have a place to come together regardless of the label. So on this Parawareness Discord channel, we have text chat and we also have a weekly voice chat. But you don't have to reveal your identity to be part of it. That can be a big deal for targeted individuals. Also, we have a great team of moderators to help keep the discussion productive and to help anyone who needs it. The second way we try to help is with the PositiveTI subreddit. PositiveTI is the place where we all met. And it's a positive look at the targeted individual experience. The founder of PositiveTI, Kevin Orr, created a step-by-step list of how to overcome the difficulties with these experiences. So we have the Parawareness Discord channel and the PositiveTI subreddit. And the third way that we hope to help is with this channel, by posting videos encouraging awareness of the paranormal and shining a light on the similarities between the different communities. If you agree with what we're doing here, please like and subscribe to this channel. If you're an experiencer of any kind, please click on the community links in this video's description. There you can talk to like-minded people about what you're going through. Also in the video description, click on the link to the PositiveTI subreddit, where you'll find the 12-step program, which provides a framework for how to overcome the loss of control which comes with being a targeted individual. So thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon in one of our communities.